Welcome to Review Play. I wonder what we gon' view today. Everybody loves fun and play, and if you don't, you could go away. We treat you like a stowaway. Welcome to Review Play. I wonder what we gon' view today. Everybody loves fun and play, and if you don't, you could go away. We treat you like a stowaway. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Review Play Action Figures. It's your host with the most, Below the Don. Today, we'll be doing a review on Hiya's Toys 1/18" scale RoboCop 3.0 action figure. Alright, y'all. Now we're going to do what I call shelf spacing. For y'all that watch my channel, y'all that know that's the height, length, and weight, and width of the figure that you'll be displaying on your shelf. We're starting off with the weight. Alright, let's check out RoboCop's weight. So RoboCop weighs 26 grams. It's 26 grams for RoboCop. Now let's check out his weight with the display that he comes with, which is right here. Let's head him on real quick. So with the display, that's 36 grams. And it might be a little more when it comes onto the accessories, but we'll get to that later. But you can just call it 36 grams or 37 grams maximum with the accessories that we're gonna take a look at when you display this figure. You know what, just for fun, I'll just take out two accessories right now because he only has two hands. Take out the big one. And so 37 grams, I wasn't wrong about that. There we go. Alright, we're moving on with 2014's RoboCop's height. So RoboCop stands at 4 inches high. That's 4 inches high on his own, and with the base that I assume that you'll be displaying him with, and I'm about to peg him on right now, that makes him a maximum of 4 1/4 inches. That's a maximum height of 4 1/4 inches. And the base has a maximum length of 2.5 inches. And a maximum width of 2 inches. So RoboCop's maximum shelf spacing will be 4 1/4 inches high, 2.5 inches long, and 2 inches wide of shelf spacing with 2014's RoboCop 3.0. Alright, you guys, we're going to start off this portion of the review with the accessories. Starting off with RoboCop 3.0's base. So here's the base right here. As you can see, it's very, very well sculpted. Very well sculpted. Details is nice. Little cracks in the flooring. I can't tell you which part of the movie which location of the movie this will take place, but regardless, it's nicely done. It looks like I don't know. I can't tell you still, but yeah. Regardless, there's a little spot right here where there's a little peg right here where you could put the peg hole at the bottom of RoboCop's foot. Right here, both of his feet has a peg hole to put place the peg in. Either way you like it. You won't have that much options, but you know, I'm just saying that. But yeah, nice. I'll give you guys a closer look at the details of the base. Right, you see like there's some black wash and all that. You know, it's just not just one plain color, which is appreciated. Right, and it looks like if Hiya made other, let's say the silver version of RoboCop and all that, you could connect the bases at the bottom right here to display multiple figures. Unfortunately, I only have this one. I think Hiya made a battle damage version of this one. I gotta find that one eventually in the future. But here's the base. Alright, moving on to his wrists. He comes with extra hands. Here's one of them. Alright. That's one hand. Every finger is individually sculpted. It fits on to a small peg hole right here. Alright, very small peg hole. And it's not as difficult as you would think it would be to put on. Here's the other one that it comes with. This one is for the robotic hand. Alright. Get a good angle like that for the camera. It's very, very tiny. It's so hard to hold. So you guys can see properly. There we go. Same thing. This is like a gripping hand for him to grip the other weapon. Right. Okay, moving on. Here's his Auto 9. See days, I just dropped that. Check that out. Check out the Auto 9. He comes with four weapons. This is the first one's the Auto 9. Let me go and check out. I don't know the name of each weapon. I just know the Auto 9 due to the original RoboCop. Like I preferred the original RoboCop over this one, but regardless, I still, like, this RoboCop grew on me, you know what I mean? It wasn't like right away, but whatever, it is what it is. That's what they did to it, to the 2014 RoboCop, to make it more modern for the modern audience. But yeah, check out the weapon. It's a little red detail right there. Most of the weapons have at least a little red dot on them somewhere, or a red spot on them somewhere. Indicate that it's RoboCop's weapon and not just some random. Check out this one right here. This is the Auto 9. If I said the first one was the Auto 9, I was clearly mistaken. This one is more of a rendition of the original Auto 9 right here. Not the same, but very similar. Looks nice. They still managed to put that little red detail right there on this one. Right? You see that first one again? Yeah, the first one was all black. But yeah. And then for the last but not least, he has like a SMG or a rifle. Looks like a rifle with a bayonet. They still managed to put that little red spot indicating it's RoboCop's weapon. There's a detail on that. It's a nice little weapon. Alright. And now, I just want to show you guys real quick how to change off one of these wrists to this right here. You just plug them in nicely, put them in nice and snug. Oh, nope. Okay, hold up. Try that again. Try that again. Trying to do it on camera. Did I get it? Let's see. I got it. I think I got it. It wasn't that hard. It wasn't that hard at all. Alright? It wasn't that hard at all. Just wanted to show you guys an example of how you could put on, change the wrists. Alright? So don't be that scared. Just don't be that, like, let's kinda, can't say don't be too gentle, but don't be too rough, you know? Like, there's a medium. Yeah, there's a medium. How about we arm RoboCop with one or two of his weapons, shall we? Let's give him the two pistols, the auto pistol and looking like a smaller auto pistol. So there we go, that's one, just to show you how easy it is to put it in the hand, or his hand. Let's do the other one. Make RoboCop look like a cowboy, huh? Put it in real quick. Oh, not having difficulty here. There we go. There we go. Make sure that it's in nicely. There we go. So yeah. We have Mr. Robo 3.0 looking like a cowboy. Put in the comments below who do you guys will think will win in a battle, the original RoboCop or Mr. 3.0 over here. I don't know is it if it's because I'm biased or whatnot, but I'm going with the original RoboCop, with the original Murphy, Alex Murphy. Alright, now we're going to check out the details and articulation. Let's remove his weapons real quick. Alright, so for details now, take a good look. Good look at RoboCop's head real quick. It's looking real nice. I like the matte color, like it doesn't shine too much, you know what I mean? To like from like my point of view, not the camera's point of view, it's a matte color. There's a little bit of some parts are a little shinier than others, but for the most part it's like a matte color, like any sheen that's coming off of it or any shine or whatever, like it looks nice. You know what I mean? But anyways, back to the head. You can see that they've applied some red paint, nice dark red paint for the eye. The Cyclops looking eye, you know, looking like Cyclops from the X-Men almost. The way how they did that one. You know, they applied some nice skin tone, on point. Hiya's on point with the skin tone, on point with the paint jobs and detail. Check out his chest. Detail in the chest real quick. His chest plates. His abdominal area. From the shoulder pads. Even right here where they put a little bit of silver detail. You guys can see that. Even down here by the knee they did the same thing. Alright. So they put a lot of extra care to like show you right here as well. Put a lot of extra care into this figure, small figure. A little red dot on his back. All the sculpting, the spinal cord, or you know, whatever you call this right here. But yeah, his back plate, lower back plates. But yeah, his legs. Like for the most part it's all one color as you can see, but the way they break it down and the way it shines with the light, it's nice. It's RoboCop 3.0. It's nice. Alright, now we're gonna move on to articulation. So the head looks up that much, which is not bad at all. Very nice. Could look down that much, which is a plus. Like most figures this size have a problem with their head even moving up and down, but that's beautiful. Also, you could do a full 360. Alright, so far that's a plus. Look to the side that way, tilt that way. Do a lot of expressions with the head alone. Right? Now you're gonna check out his arm and his shoulders. He could do a full 360. My bad, I hit the camera, but yeah, he could do a full 360 by his shoulder. He could stretch out this much. Can't really put it any higher than that due to the sculpting and the shoulder pad. I'm taking it, but that's the highest he could go with that. Over here by his elbow, it is double jointed, but not in the way that you might be thinking. I'm going to show you what I mean. This is the first time I see a double jointed elbow, but you could only go to 90 degrees. You can't go higher than that. Like that's the most bend that you could achieve with that elbow. But what I mean by double jointed now, like watch this. You could have him in a strange position like that. Like what is that? I don't know, Hiya, what you guys were thinking. Let me try that. But you know, like that's not even a natural position for a human being. Like we can't even do that. I don't even think if you're double jointed you could do something like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, that's weird. That's my only nitpick about that part of the figure, right? Other than that, it's alright, but like, look at that. Again, look, who could do that? Right? Not good. Anyways, moving down his wrists, could do a full 360, as you guys can probably tell because it has it's pegged on. Right? No up and no down movements. Well, minimum. Very, very minimum. Alright. Now for his torso, there is articulation in his torso. He could look left. Can't really do a full 360. Well, can he? Okay, he could do a full 360 with his torso. It's kind of tight, but it's possible, it's doable, and it doesn't feel like you're harming the figure whatsoever. Right? Okay, he could slightly tilt to either side. Right? And then his ab crunch is like non-existent. No ab crunch, even though there's torso articulation. And can you move back a little bit? Slightly. Not as much as you will hope him to. Right? Alright. Moving down to his waist. There is waist articulation. You can move it left or right. I'm not gonna try to attempt to do a 360 with his waist, by his waist, but there you go. Left or right. You can move it like that. Moving down to his legs. You could slightly rotate it due to the ball joint right here. So you know, you could slightly move it in and out, but you cannot do a full 360. Right? By the knees is double jointed, and some proper joints over here. It can't go all the way up and stay at that pose, but you could go high enough. Right? Not bad for a double jointed 4-inch figure. Can't complain right there. And down to his ankle, there is no ankle tilt. Very, very slight. There's like the ankle tilt is very slight. There's slight ankle tilt, but the ankle, he can move his feet like that far down that much, which is not bad. It's very good for posability, you know. And if you're wondering if you could do the splits, let's see. First of all, there's no T pose, there's no Y pose. We're gonna have to make a new name for this pose. That's first of all. And now for the splits, let's see. You can't do it in a traditional pose, like, you know, like when you just go like that and open the legs, like that's the farthest he'll go. But you could kind of cheat it and go like this, and go like this, and like that, and there we go. He's doing some form of splits, I guess, if you want to call it that. But yeah, there you go. So that's details and articulation. Just take another up close look at the RoboCop. It's looking nice. Can't complain. Hiya did a good job with this, except for the joint right here. That is a weird move that they did right there, but hey, it is what it is. That's what they chose to do. Right? Okay. RoboCop 3.0. I just want to show y'all real quick the maximum height he could kick up with his foot, or with his legs. Be that high. The maximum height, without looking awkward, is that high. Kick up that high, but it still kind of looks wonky, but I will go around like that high. And he could move back. Not that much at all. Most of these 4-inch figures can't move back that much at all due to the sculpting that they have right here by the rear. Cannot, it enables that, it enables them from moving back, from moving their leg back. But regardless, still a nice sculpt. Can't complain for what it is. And yeah, just wanted to point that out. I just want to show you guys the trademarks on the logo at the bottom of the base and the bottom of the figure. Here's the bottom of the base real quick, just so you guys can see that without the glare. And here's the bottom of the figure. You guys can see that. Hold on. There you go. You guys cannot see that. It does say Hiya China on one side, on the other side says 2020 MGM. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah. Thought I'll point that out real quick, because some people might think that this is a bootleg figure or what the case may be, but nope, not a bootleg. For availability, you can find Hiya Toys RoboCop 3.0 at your local hobby store, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Kijiji, and other online realtors. Now, we're going to do some size comparisons. Starting off with the small figures and working our way up to big ones. Who's that they're hiding the whole time? Who's that, Batman? Let's get him out of there real quick. So we got Batman. Here we got Batman, Iron Man, and RoboCop in the same 1/18" scale. And here's Hiya Toys RoboCop 3.0 fully armed up, alongside with Marvel Legends War Machine and a vintage 1991's Kenner Terminator T800. If you're enjoying this video on YouTube, hit the like button, and if action figures is your thing, go ahead and subscribe. If you're watching this video on Rumble, hit the like button and give us a follow. You can follow Review Play Action Figures on Instagram. If not, RoboCop will come after you. You'll be coming to Facebook, X, and TikTok soon. Everyone, have a nice day, keep collecting, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.